Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT science class of 6th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have studied about the light. We have studied the light. There what happens? The light is a source of energy that we have studied there, about detail about the light, shadow and reflections. Next dear students, now we are going to start a new topic, that is the 12th topic, electricity and circuits. Electricity and circuits. Electricity and circuits. See dear students, what is electricity? First of all, you should have to know the meaning of electricity. Electricity is a form of energy. Electricity is a form of energy produced due to the moment of electron. Due to the moment of electron, whatever the energy is produced, that energy is called as the electricity. Or moment of ions also we can say. The electricity is a form of energy which is produced due to the moment of ions is called as the electricity. The form of energy which is produced due to the moment of ions. See, dear students, we are getting a lot of applications from the electricity. See, in our daily life, nowadays we directly depends on the electricity by a lot of sources for a lot of purpose. See, for the lighting the room during night, we need electricity. To press the cloth, we need the electricity. To wash the clothes in the washing machine, we need the electricity. And here, in case of cooking also, hot air oil or the electric oil which we are using in the kitchen, what happens? That is of application of electricity, isn't it? To warm the water, we are using the electricity. Yes, and to pump the water from the depth of the earth or from the earth crust or the depth of the water, to lift the water, we are using the electricity. Yes, or to lift the water in the terrace, on the terrace, what happens? We are using the electricity. For many purpose, we are using the electricity. It means nowadays electricity becomes a part of our life, isn't it? Next study, students, how the electricity is produced. The electricity is produced by the movement of electrons and all. Next study, students, you may play with the fun, that is by using a dry cell. Maybe you don't know the dry cell. Now we will study the dry cell. Dry cell. See, electric cell. Here I am having the electric cell. Electric cell. The electric cell, that is also called as a dry cell. That is also called a dry cell. I will draw the diagram of dry cell. See here what happens. The dry cell, which is having at the top of what happens? It is having a metal layer, metal cap, on which it is having a metal cap, and it is wrapped with a metal layer, thin metal sheet wrapped on the metal sheet, and inside what happens? A graphite rod is present, and below this one what happens? A metal plate is there. A metal cap at the top, metal plate, and it is wrapped with the metallic layer. Then inside which one? The chemicals. It is filled with the chemicals. It is filled with the chemicals. It is filled with the chemicals. These chemicals produce the ions. These chemicals the chemical reactions are going on inside the cell. The chemical reactions are going on by which they produce the ions. Here at the top we will see the positive sign at the top. At the bottom plate, on the bottom side we will see the negative sign on the electric cell or in a dry cell. Once again I will tell you, dry cell is an electric device which is having two ends, that is one metallic cap and metallic disc. The metallic cap and that around this the electric or dry cell a thin layer of metal is wrapped, or sometimes papers may be wrapped. The next, see what happens here, inside which a graphite rod is present, and at the cap region we will see a positive sign, at the bottom side we will see a negative sign. Yes, that's all about the dry cell, isn't it? In the dry cell the chemical reactions are going on. By these chemical reactions the electricity will produce, and by joining this dry cell we will get the uses of electricity in different forms, maybe in the light energy, or we will go for the chemical energy, or we will take the uses of this electricity. Next, dear students, electric bulb. Electric bulb. See, electric bulb is a device which is used to convert the electric energy into the light energy. Electric bulb, it is a device. Electric bulb, it is a device which is used to you must know that the electric bulbs are the main headlights of the vehicles, or in a torch, when we see the torch, it is having the bulb, electric bulb. See what happens in the electric bulb, you will see the two wires. In an electric bulb you will see the two wires, and these wires are connected with a thin film, the thin wire, and that thin wire is called as the filaments. The thin wire is called as the filament. Thin wire is called as the filaments. That thin wire which is connected in the bulb, that is called as the filament. Next, in the bulb you will see a glass ball, a ball of glass, and here one metallic plate is connected. See, metallic end is there and one is having glass end which is ball shaped, and inside which what happens, two metal wires are present, and these two metal wires are joined by a thin metal wire, that is called as the filaments, which is mainly made up by the tungsten. Mainly tungsten wire, that we can say that is having high melting point. Yes. Next, these two wires, out of these two wires, one wire is connected at side, one wire is connected at side of that metal end, and another wire that goes to the top of the metal end, isn't it? Here, that is the arrangement of bulb and the dry cell. Once again I will tell you, the dry cell is an electric device which is used to produce the electricity. Dry cell is an electric device. It is an electric device which is used to produce the electricity. Bulb is an electric device which is used to produce the light, or which is used to produce the light, or which is used to convert the chemical energy into the light energy. In case of dry cell, we will see a metallic cap and a metallic disc or a metallic plate at top and bottom, and next that is wrapped with a metallic plate or the metallic layer. Next, dear students, when we see the dry cell, in the dry cell we will see the two ends. One is positive end. At the top we will see the positive end. At the bottom what happens? We will see the negative end. Next, and you may play with the fun that how to connect the bulb with the dry cell. Yes, you may have an idea. See here, dear students, in the dry cell, two ends are there. That is positive end and negative end. And here also two ends. Two wires are connected separately. They never join outside the bulb. Only inside the bulb it will join. Next, dear students, we have to take a wire, which is plastic coated wire. We have to take, wrap it on the dry cell. Wrap it on the dry cell. Next, or take two wires separately. Best way to take the two wires separately. That is, take two separate wires, small wires, and remove the plastic coating of the each wire. Take two wires and remove the plastic coatings. Take two wires, and here one wire with metallic end connect to the bulb. Next, take another wire, another same wire you have take. That we have to connect to the one more and another tip of the bulb. Here what happens? When we join these two ends, what happens? The electricity or the ions starts to move through these side wires, which are connected to the two different terminals. When we connect the wire, do one thing, connect and wrap with a tixo or tixo tape. Yes, when we wrap it, see what happens? The bulb starts to glow. The bulb starts to glow. Yes, it means electricity is produced in the dry cell. The electricity is produced in the dry cell that will move along with the wires that is connected to the two different terminals of the bulb. See, by which electricity will flow, and when these wires are connected by a tungsten wire, here what happens? The electricity, it means positive and negative terminals fuses, then it may starts to glow. It starts to glow. It starts to glow. That is what as then we can say that the bulb will glow. Yes. See, instead of using tungsten wire, if you use another wire, what happens? The other metal wires like iron and ore, that may melts. Isn't it? That may melts because when we join the positive and negative terminals, here in the electricity you will see the two wires. One is positive wire and a negative, another one is a negative wire. When we join the positive and negative wire, what happens? It produces the spark. When we join the positive and negative terminals of the two wires, or the positive wire and negative wire terminals of the positive wire and negative wire, what happens? It produces the spark. Understood? The spark will produce. It means high amount of electricity. It means it will be neutralized by producing the spark. High amount of electricity, that is, we can say the high amount of temperature or the heat will produce by which the metal can melt. Yes. Next, dear students, that's why we don't have to use we don't have to play with the electric wires, main electric switch wire. We don't have to use or we don't have to play. What happens? That may produces a hazardous effects. We don't have to fuse the electric wires. Otherwise, what happens? That may lead to the short circuits. That may lead to catch the fire in the houses. Isn't it? That's why we don't have to play. We don't have to join the positive and negative terminals of the electric two different wires. Isn't it? Whenever it is necessary, with the instruction of the teachers and the instructions of the repairers or the electrician, then only that we have to join the wire. Isn't it? See what happens here? The two wires, positive wire and negative wire, that is positive terminal. Here positive terminal joins. Here the negative terminal joins. See what happens? Positive and negative terminal joins and produces the spark in the form of light in the bulb. Isn't it? Next, dear students, we will play the funny game here in which the situation to glow the bulb. See here we are having a electric dry cell. Here we have cut the wire. We have cut the wire, and these wires, in these wires, what happens? Here we have cut the wire. Is it the bulb will glow? We cut the connection. We cut the connection from the middle in both the sides. The bulb will glow? No. Bulb will not glow. Bulb will not glow. See, we have connected the wire. Positive terminal of the bulb, positive terminal of the dry cell to the one terminal of the bulb, and negative terminal of the dry cell to the another terminal of the bulb. We are connected. First, the bulb will glow. And what we have both the wires we cut from the middle. Is it the bulb will glow? In such situation the bulb will glow? No. The bulb will not glow because there is a disconnection takes place. It means the connection was broken by which the ions are transferring. Isn't it? The next, dear students, what do we do? Here again we put one step further. Let's see what happens. We join the wires. We connected one another, but we are not joined here below wire. What will happen? The bulb will glow? No. In such situation also, bulb will not glow. It means the circuit is incomplete. Circuit is incomplete. Yes? Circuit is incomplete. Here, the circuit should be a complete one. Here we have broken. There is no any connection in between the two wires. That's why the ions will not move, and by which the bulb will not glow. In both this, in first situation, what happens? If we cut the both the ends, the bulb will not glow. If we cut one end, then also the bulb will not glow. The next, dear students, If we connect in third situation, if we connect here and we remove here, what will happen? The bulb will glow? No. In such situation also, the bulb will not glow. Next, we will do one thing. We will take that wire. We will take that wire and we have connected these both the wires here only. Both the wires here only. Is it bulb will glow? Means, see here, both the terminal of the bulb, we have connected the same terminal of the dry cell with two different wires. Is it possible to glow the bulb? No. Here also the bulb will not glow. Yes. Next, at the end we will repeat. We have taken these two wires and we have connected to the positive terminal. Is it possible to glow the bulb? No. In such situation also, bulb will not glow. Yes. Next, again we will do one thing. See here, we put one short wire. In your experience given, you put one short wire. In such case, the bulb will glow? No. Next, what we will do? That terminal we have joined to the positive terminal, and this terminal we have joined to that end. Is it possible to glow the bulb? Yes. The bulb will start to glow. See, one terminal of the bulb is connected to the positive terminal of the dry cell, and the another terminal of the bulb connected to the negative and positive different terminals. It is connected. That's why the bulb starts to glow, isn't it? See, in examination, he may ask in which condition the bulb will glow. In examination, he may ask what is meant by dry cell, what is meant by electric bulb, and what are the conditions necessary to glow a bulb with the help of a dry cell and a bulb, isn't it? And next, he may ask the meaning of filaments in the electric bulb. Filaments means a thin wire which is present in between the two terminals of the bulb. The filament is a thin wire connects the two positive and negative terminal of the bulb, isn't it? That's about the electric dry cell and electric bulb, and that is the condition are required for the glowing bulb that we have studied here. The remaining we will study in the next class.